Ever wonder what really goes on behind the luxury facade of those massive cruise ships? It's not just buffets and sun decks. The cruise industry is packed with secrets, some clever, some sneaky, and a few that might just make you rethink your next booking. But don't worry, I'm pulling back the curtain. These are the cruise secrets cruise lines use to trick passengers, and at the end, I'll share one bonus tip they really don't want you to know. Let's start before you even board. You're excited, bags packed, passport ready. But here's the first trick. Cruise lines use dynamic pricing that can change daily, even hourly. That early bird deal you thought was a steal? It might have been 30% cheaper last week, or it might drop again next Tuesday. Prices are driven by algorithms that watch demand spikes and competitor rates, and unlike flights, cruise lines rarely advertise price drops. You book high, they pocket the extra. Pro tip: use cruise price tracking tools and clear your cookies before booking. You finally get on board, ready to relax. But watch your step, literally. Cruise lines use design psychology just like airports. Ever notice how walkways near shops are slightly narrower and have plush carpets? That's not luxury, it's manipulation. Slower walking means more browsing. More browsing means more impulse spending. Same goes for lighting. Bright around jewelry stores, soft and warm around bars. It's not ambiance, it's conversion optimization at sea. Next up, your stateroom. It looks clean, cozy, perfect. But here's the trick. Not all rooms are created equal, even if they're the same category. You could be in a balcony cabin that faces a lifeboat or an air vent, while your neighbor, who paid the same, has a view of the open sea. Cruise lines shuffle room assignments to fill awkward spaces. Always check detailed deck plans from third-party cruise review sites before choosing a room. Better yet, call and request a specific cabin number. Yes, you can. Now let's talk drinks. That unlimited drink package sounds like a no-brainer, right? But here's the catch. Unlimited doesn't mean what you think. Most packages have a daily limit, often 15 drinks. And no, you can't share. Cruise staff monitor your purchases, and if you're caught ordering for someone else, you risk losing your package with no refund. Plus, premium cocktails, bottled water, and specialty coffees often aren't included. Read the fine print or you'll be sipping disappointment by day 3. Hungry yet? Let's talk food traps. Main dining is included, sure, but once you're on board, suddenly there's a sushi bar, a steakhouse, a gelato stand, none of which are free. These specialty dining options are placed strategically, often with the best views or decor, making the main dining room seem bland by comparison. You're nudged into spending $30 to $50 extra a night for the better experience. It's luxury upsell 101, and it works brilliantly, but food isn't the only upgrade trap on board. Let's talk excursions. Cruise lines offer shore excursions that are convenient, but come with inflated price tags. A snorkeling trip they charge $120 for? You can find the same tour online for $60, sometimes with the exact same local guides. Cruise lines bank on your fear of missing the ship or feeling unsafe booking independently. But if you plan ahead and check reviews, you'll get the same adventure for half the cost. Then there's the spa. You walk by, smell the eucalyptus, hear the calming music. Next thing you know, you're $200 deep into a seaweed wrap you didn't need. Spa staff are trained in subtle sales tactics. Free consultations often turn into guilt pitch packages. Some ships even offer Botox and teeth whitening at sea. Unless you truly need it, skip the spa and book a massage at your destination. It'll cost a fraction. Ever seen a flash sale on art while at sea? Cruise ship art auctions are one of the biggest onboard traps. They create urgency, limited pieces, champagne in hand, FOMO in full effect. But most of those prints are mass-produced and heavily marked up. Many passengers regret their purchases once they're back on land. If you really want cruise memorabilia, buy something meaningful, not something pushed under pressure. And let's not forget the Wi-Fi. You'd think in 2025, high-speed internet at sea would be standard. But no, Wi-Fi is sold in tiered packages with slow speeds unless you upgrade. Want to post on Instagram? That's extra. Want to stream Netflix? That's premium tier. Cruise lines know you'll cave after a day offline, so they charge accordingly. Tip: Download everything before you sail and use ports for free Wi-Fi whenever possible. Still with me? Good. Because the next tricks cruise lines pull involve your time, not just your money. Let's talk forced fun. Cruise lines pack your schedule with daily events, trivia, dance classes, raffles, bingo. But these aren't just for entertainment. They're designed to control passenger flow. By clustering activities at set times, cruise staff manage crowds, reduce hallway congestion, and subtly push you toward certain venues. Often, those venues have upcharges or promotions. You're not just going to karaoke, you're entering a soft sell environment. Another time trap? Mandatory briefings and port talks. They look informational, but they're strategic. Safety briefings are required, but port presentations? Often just thinly veiled infomercials for cruise-endorsed shops and tours. These recommended places pay hefty commissions to the cruise line. You're funneled into the brands that pay to be featured, while better, cheaper options go unmentioned. Then there's the issue of clocks, or lack thereof. Most cruise ships remove visible clocks in public spaces. Why? Because they want you to lose track of time. No time. Cash, more wandering, high charm, more spending. You forget how long you've been at the bar or in the casino. Combine that with no cell phone signal, and you're floating in a perfectly engineered time vacuum. Speaking of casinos, ever notice how cruise ship casinos are open only when you're at sea? That's not random. Maritime law allows gambling in international waters, and cruise lines take full advantage. Once you're 12 miles out, it's game on. With no clocks, no windows, and free drinks, it's a replica of Las Vegas, but with fewer exits. And if you thought the photo ops were innocent, think again. Cruise photographers are everywhere, at dinner, on the deck, during excursions. Photos are printed and displayed without your request, playing on your emotions. You see your family smiling under a sunset and boom, you've spent $80 on prints you didn't plan to buy. It's emotional engineering disguised as nostalgia. Want one last place cruise lines subtly manipulate you? The loyalty program. It starts innocently, points for each cruise, free drinks at level 2, priority boarding at level 3. But over time, it nudges you to book more, spend more, and stay loyal, sometimes at the cost of better deals elsewhere. Suddenly, you're chasing perks you could have paid less for outright. Even onboard credit sounds like free money, right? But that credit often comes with strings. Can't be used on certain items, expires if unused, and encourages spending beyond what you planned. It's casino chips with a smiley face sticker. Now, let's talk insurance. Many cruise lines will pitch their official travel insurance during checkout. But these are often overpriced and offer weaker coverage than third-party options. Cruise line insurance is a profit center. You're better off comparing policies from actual insurers. They often cover more for less, and then there's the post-cruise upsell. Before you even leave the ship, you're offered discounts for your next voyage, complete with limited-time bonuses and onboard credit. It's the classic urgency tactic. Commit now, save later. But unless you've done your research, you might be locking into a deal that's not actually the best. Let's not forget tipping. Many lines now add gratuities automatically to your bill, often $15 to $20 per day per person. While staff deserves to be tipped, you should know you can adjust or opt out by visiting guest services. Cruise lines count on your discomfort to leave it untouched. And finally, the biggest trick of all, comfort illusion. From the endless buffets to the smiling staff, it's all designed to lull you into forgetting how much you're spending. You swipe your card, tap your wristband, sign the slip, without feeling the cash leave your wallet. Cruise ships are floating economies built on frictionless spending. Still here? Perfect. Because now it's time for the final truth, and it's one cruise lines really hope you overlook. Here's your ultimate bonus tip. Always book with the end in mind. That means you don't start with the cruise line or ship. You start with the destination. Research the ports first. Are they actually worth visiting? What's the season like during the time you're planning? Are there local holidays, closures, or rainy seasons you haven't considered? Only when you know where you really want to go and when should you look at which cruise lines offer routes that match. This shift in thinking puts you in control. No more being lured by flashy promotions for itineraries you don't even care about. Instead, you'll travel with intention, which saves you money and regret. Second part of the bonus? Use a cruise-specialized travel agent, not your neighborhood generalist. A true cruise agent often has access to hidden perks, cabin upgrades, exclusive group fares, onboard credits, and even last-minute deals not publicly listed. They also help you navigate every trap we just exposed because they know the playbook too. And if you really want to beat the system, set up a burner cruise account. Use one to browse deals, then check the same cruises while logged out or via incognito mode. You'll be surprised how prices and special offers shift depending on your data trail. It's not paranoia, it's price targeting. Lastly, build your own cruise budget tracker. Make it detailed. Include everything: tips, Wi-Fi, spa, excursions, drinks, upgrades, and souvenir splurges. Then add 20%. Why? Because cruise ships thrive on you underestimating the total cost. When you see the real numbers before you sail, you spend smarter. Create categories for each day and include a buffer for unexpected temptations, like that limited-time cocktail class or last-minute excursion deal. Use a simple spreadsheet or budget app to track and adjust as you go. Even print it and bring it along. It keeps you grounded, while everyone else swipes blind. Cruise lines aren't evil. They're just masters at experience design and psychological pricing. But now that you've seen what's behind the curtain, you're not just another passenger. You're informed, armed, strategic. So go ahead, enjoy the buffets, soak in the sunsets, laugh at the trivia nights. But do it on your terms. This was Cabin Confidential. Like, subscribe, and let me know below, what cruise secret have you caught on to?